there, James here. I'm going to be one of the coaches on the beginners weightlifting course. Before we get started, it's important or it's beneficial if you can do these two movements pretty well. The better you can do them, the more chance you'll have of progressing really well over the 5 weeks. It's not a problem if you can't do them as well or get all the way down with the squats, but again, it will just limit you a little bit. So feel free to still sign up and come along, but we really want to try and improve the overhead squat and the front squat as much as possible before we learn the clean and the snatch. We will cover them off on the course, but again, like I said, for best chance of progression or get the most out of the course, if you can do these two movements pretty well to start with, that's great. So the overhead squats, to start off with, we're going to take the barbell, we're going to take a nice wide grip on it so that the bar sits in the hip crease when my arms are straight. So if I hinge over, you'll see that it fits in the hip crease and my arms are dead straight. While I stand up, it still sits in that hip crease. Bar then goes overhead from there. We push the bar overhead as much as we can. Nice straight arm, that's important. We don't want the arms to be bent at all. Push the arms straight, grip the barbell, and push to the ceiling. From there, we're going to take a shoulder width stance with the feet. The feet can be facing forwards or slightly out to the side, but the important thing is that one isn't in and one isn't out. From there, the bar wants to be over the crown of the head or slightly behind, but basically it needs to sit over the middle of the foot all the way through the movement so that we remain in balance. From here, hips go back, knees bend, we drop down, ideally so that the hip crease is below the knee crease, and then back up. It doesn't matter too much for now if we can only get to here. If we can get to there, probably a little bit too high. But if we can get all the way down, that's the most effective way of catching a full depth snatch. If you have any issues with mobility through the shoulders, through the hips, to the ankles, it might limit you there, but please feel free to drop me a message after you've booked and I will send you across some mobility drills that will help with that. Same goes for the front squat.